Howdy folks, it is Lance090 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Alright, so I found a few things out. You guys have been talking in the comments with me. So the reason we're seeing skeletal juggernauts and, what's the other thing? The... whatever it's called, Devour. The thing that absorbs other zombies and gets more powerful. Is because we did a winter start, which means we're further into the game, because the game's really weird about that. If you pick a start that's later in the year, it counts the days up to where you started as part of your playthrough. Which I both didn't know that... well, I did know that the winter start does that, because all the food is rotten. But I didn't know that that would affect the monster evolution rate. I figured that would be based on, like, kill count or distance traveled, so on and so forth, but it is just raw days. So if you spawn into wintertime, everything's already evolved. So that means that this game's definitely going to be extremely hard if we keep doing this, and it does make sense now, because I was always like, why is the sheltered start considered so... why does it give you extra points? Like, the food's rotten, but who cares? It's just some rotten food. Unless you're emaciated like we were in the last one. So that is what's going on there, and apparently reducing that evolution scaling factor didn't help with that at all. And also I had forgotten that we had even started in the winter here, because we tried to do it the other game and I messed something up, where I did set it back to just the regular start, I think. Or maybe even the helicopter crash. But we quit that one for whatever reason, and we started a new one with the preset. And that one was also messed up because I didn't change something. And then we started this one, and I forgot to change the starting scenario on this one. So we're still in winter time. So, I'm not sure why the day isn't up here. It's usually, like, it says day 1 of winter. But I've also seen it just be like the days of your playthrough up here, so they must have gotten rid of that at some point. So that's the other reason why I didn't realize that was going on. So what we're probably going to do is name this episode and the rest of the series, and I still think I'll play this game till Monday. We'll switch back to a new game. We'll call the last few episodes a practice season instead of it being season 2, and then I'll start an actual season 2 for next week. So that's the rundown. Basically, I just don't think we're going to be able to make any progress in this game with all the skeletal juggernauts and everything. You saw in the last one, our pistols weren't working, and that was a character with like high marksmanship skill and stuff. Melee wasn't enough to fight it off, and he had high melee skill. So this character has very little chance, and he can't even get into town to get pistols and stuff, you know? So I don't think this game... there isn't too much we could do with it other than just surviving out in the wilderness, which can get kind of boring. I guess we could try to just like make our way to the shelter. And this is also kind of has me a little curious too, because there's no... there used to be a big building where the refugee center was, but this one is just on the middle of the road. As far as I can tell, there's nothing on that road. So it might be a waste to even try. I don't know if I could get there in the amount of time we have left anyway. Let's see, we're hungry. Might as well eat a ration to keep us going for now. I'm gonna let our character be peckish because I don't want us to become we're already overweight, actually. I'm not sure how we just started and all I've eaten is that one thing, so... I don't know. Alright, focusing back in on the game here. Close the rest of these windows. This will be our little setup area. Now let's see. Put the drinks and food in the fridge. Not get things mixed up this time. It should be... no, I was about to press comma to move everything here, but we don't want to do that. It should be easier this time to move things around, because now we have the actual tile set, the good one. So now I can see what everything is, and I don't have to mess around with it nearly as much. Alright, that goes there. I suppose the books go onto this counter over here. And then the tools, I guess I'll put them in the sink. I don't really need a bunch of bowls. Actually, these can probably go in the fridge. I think about it. Because those can contain water, I believe. More specifically, tool things, I guess. A fork and a knife and a spoon can go in there. Not that I think the plastic ones will do much of anything. Rag won't go there either. Scrub brush will. Needle can. And the rest of this can go on the floor underneath us, or behind us actually. It's gonna be the bleach. Glass shards. Flashing lights warning. Not the long underwear top though, please. Wrappers. Rags. The rock, the scrap metal, the strings. Boxes. Pretty much all of this stuff can go there. Paper can go in there. I don't know why the paper's cold. Like, I guess you can just eat paper. Is the idea there. That's weird. You think you'd be able to eat like a small string or something if you can eat the paper. But that's neither here nor there. Glass bottle back in the fridge. And then the chair into the middle. Table there. And then I suppose this stuff, medical things, underwear, evacuation pamphlet can all go there, and nails can go there, and then these last three items are just trash that we need to cut up. Alright, we're set up. First things first, how's our skills looking? Fabrication's already way up. That must be from just building our clothing and stuff, and our weapon. You need to pick out bushes to get our survival skill up. No archery skill. I don't know how early we can make a fish hook. Make a fishing spear. Basic fishing rod. Fishing hook we can make. Heavy stick we've got. Then we need just a lot of long strings. A lot of short strings. Or a buttload of thread. Let me build any strings somehow. Can make it out of thread. I doubt it'd be any more efficient. See, for a short string, it takes 50 thread versus you need 6 times 50. 300 thread, right? No, that's long strings. 30. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, that'd be too easy. No, it's a little bit higher than I can do in my head, unfortunately. So just doing the raw thread, I think, would be better, though. Okay, that's probably going to be our option because I don't really want to bash out all the windows of this place. And otherwise, I don't think we really have access to any thread. vegetation and stuff. I suppose it's possible we could get enough of that other stuff they tend to like. Plant fibers, 1,800. I don't know. I don't usually get batches of that many. But we do have to level up our skills, so let's give that a shot. Warm outside in winter. A newspaper page. Read that in just a second here. A bridge too far. Oh, you know what? Since this isn't going to be our main playthrough, I'm not actually going to read all these. We'll do that in the main game. Alright, keep checking. Find all sorts of things in these bushes. If you're lucky and if your skill's higher. Right now, we're not going to find much of anything, I don't think. It's also always possible it's been nerfed. I'll take a second to look at it. So cardboard box. It's okay because we can use it to make arrows. See how our stat looks here. Okay, it did level up to level 1 extremely quickly, but I think the next level takes a really long time. So, into this forest. Just wanted to see what the closest forest was. I assumed it was this. I thought I just saw something over here. It's just been a visual thing with the line of sight. Yeah, I probably saw this rock up here or something. Okay, there's still some pine boughs. Still not cold, are we? No, we're fine. I don't think being a little warm is too bad. Although now we have the actual thing. Irradiated? When did that happen? I'm standing in the crater? That's the only thing I can think of. Okay. Hopefully it won't kill us. I haven't seen radiation sickness in a long time. Usually only get it when you go down to like caves or into the sewers, things like that. Guess I'll grab the casing. It's not really gonna come in handy anytime soon though. It must be the crater. That's the only thing I can think of that I've done differently than other games. Hey, got a string. That'll actually help towards our goal here. I don't know if we can mix and match resources. I think we can now. I think maybe in the past you can't, but it asks like what you want to use now, so that might work. How's our stat looking? 6. Not too bad. Yeah, I don't know how bad our radiation is. It can't be that bad. We didn't stay in there that long. But yeah, otherwise they've changed something about being outside or something, which would be pretty crazy. Like a bird's nest in this one. Cottonwood tree, or maybe something behind it. It's a pit. It's a little dangerous hidden behind a tree like that. Cardboard box. I keep seeing these cardboard boxes because they're red. I keep thinking they're med kits. I wonder if anyone's made a mod that brings back the old style med kit. Like, healing was definitely overpowered. Like we've talked about, being able to, you could take the slow healing and still heal extremely quickly at night, basically. But now, the only thing you can do at all is bandage, and it's extremely slow healing. It's realistic, but it might be just a tad too much for me. I'd like all the original stuff to still exist, and then just limit me, hey, how many times I can bandage. Only let me bandage once, you know? Like, give me a flat healing for like 24 hours, don't let me do it again, except to stop bleeding. Let it be like a lot less healing. Also have the first aid kit just still give you healing as well, because like now all the other types of healing items are gone. It needs to be like the first aid kit was better than the bandage and so on and so forth like it would be in most other games. You know what? I can actually make that mod, I think. I could at least directly modify my game to do it. Oh, what the heck is that? Oh, it's a different looking cardboard box. It's a big one, I guess. The other thing is they've deleted all those other mods now. You can always load up an old version of the game, which maybe we'll do. I was thinking of, well, if I'm gonna make the health mod, I would need a mod to dissect to figure out how to make the mod work. It's like more survival mod or something. I'd be able to look at that and see how they added parts into the game, and then figure out how I'd add my own parts to the game. So right now I wouldn't be able to look at that because it's not in. Actually, it might be in the files and just disabled right now, because it does say in the mod manager that it's there, even though it doesn't say in-game that it's there. Okay, we're level 2. That is good enough for me. More than that is really hard to get through just harvesting stuff. We'll head back home and keep our distance from the crater this time, even though we can't actually see it that well because of the snow. I don't think we had any plant fiber from all that. No. You get the plant fiber a different way anyway. Might just be from smashing, but it's just... check these. Can make cordage out of withered plants. And if you lose any stamina with this sound pack on, you start panting. It's a little much. Alright, drop our parts. The bottles away. I don't know about the casing. I guess I'll put it in the important stuff pile, even though it's not really. Alright, string. Use the run. Get the cordage then. A short cordage piece with 2 withered plants. Short cordage rope with 36 withered plants. It's a lot. Make a long cordage piece. 6 short pieces. Okay. So now let's go back to the fishing pole. Can use long cordage pieces. I don't know if it'll let us mix and match or not, though. At some point it'll highlight up when I could, I guess. That's okay. See, I don't need the plants as they are, so let's just turn them into cord. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. 5 minutes, that's fine. Both. Put them on that counter. At least we know where it goes now, so I don't actually need this table over here. There we go. Okay. I don't know if I have the tools to actually like take apart the beds carefully. I can take the mattress off and like butcher the mattress. Let's see. Here. 22 seconds, so that's good. That's easy. I don't know if we want to bash it up that way. It may be better to bash it plainly. Let's move this blanket so it's not in the way. What's the contrast of stuff we got? Got 4 sheets here, a bunch of wire, I think we got some rags maybe. This, we didn't get any wires, but we got planks and nails and scrap metal instead. And splintered wood. Cannot butcher the bed frame. Didn't make any noise. Okay. Oops. So I'm gonna get some strings out of that. How do we get thread earlier? Was it I think it was a sheet that we cut up that did it. Let's try these blankets perhaps. It's a lot of rags. We cut up the sheet though, that's what we just tried a second ago. Rags aren't an issue anymore. We can always disassemble the rags into thread, but it takes a long time. And I think also turning the thread into string takes a long time. I don't really want to bash our windows out. There might be some thread in this sling that we just made. We don't need it anymore. Just rags. Not sure. I guess I'll probably just be disassembling rags, even though it's going to take a while. But we're out of time for this episode. If you enjoyed it, remember to hit the like button, keep the conversation going in the comments, and subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, I hope you have a good day.